Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back to your history class. In the previous video, we started with political science, the first chapter, post World War political developments. Let's revise what we learned in the previous video. We learned what political science is, then we learned about the interdependence, the First World War, and its effects, how it affected the whole country even though the other countries weren't involved, then the destruction which other countries also had to face even though they were not part of the world war. Now let's move to the next part of the lesson, the Second World War. The Second World War was fought between 1939 and 1945. It proved to be far more destructive than the First World War. Not only was it more widespread compared to the First World War, but also more advanced technology was employed in this war. Countries which took part in the Second World War once again faced a situation of economic crisis. Now, children, as we saw in the First World War, many countries were affected. The countries, those who were involved in the war, as well as the countries who weren't involved in the war, also were affected because of the war. Now, when I posted the first video, there were some children who were asking me doubts, as in how the other countries, those who are not in the First World War, how were they affected? Now, say that only I want to say, children, that the First World War involved Indian soldiers also. Now manpower was used from other countries. Now during this period we were under the British rule, if you remember. So now that time the Britishers were forcing the Indian people or the Indian soldiers to work for them. So they used to send the soldiers to fight for them in the World War first. Okay, and not only the manpower but the other economically also, the other countries, as we discussed about interdependence. So when the countries are interdependent, they have to face many problems when such things happen. Yes, when there is a problem in one particular country and the other countries are supposed depending, so we see that the other country also is indirectly affected. So same thing happened in the war situation also. Now in the Second World War, children, again as we saw, even though the League of Nations were established and they were trying to solve problems, but then still there were some issues which were going on, which were continuously there, and small seeds were already sown, and then finally it resulted into the Second World War. Yes, now the Second World War was fought between 1939 and 1945, children. Okay, and if you compare the First World War and the Second World War, we find that the Second World War turned out to be more destructive than the First World War, because now many new technologies were also used in the Second World War. In maybe in the arms and ammunitions were used, some advanced technology were used, etc. Now the main and the most important thing which we come to know in the Second World War, which is having a big highlight, is the nuclear bombs which were used in the Second World War. That turned out to be most dangerous thing which happened. Okay, and now the Second World War, there were countries involved, two powers. One was Allied powers and Axis power. Now same way, children, as in the First World War we saw that there were Allied powers and the Central powers. Now in the Second World War there are Allied powers and Axis powers. Now like two teams or the two people who have a fight, here there were two powers who were having this, who were fighting, or they were having some clashes which resulted into the Second World War. Now allied powers children were Britain, France, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, India, Soviet Union, China and America. And in the Axis power, Germany, Japan and Italy. Now, in the Second World War, America played a major role. It had manufactured nuclear weapons. In order to end the war, it dropped two nuclear weapons on two cities in Japan, that is, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, on 6th and 9th of August in the year 1945, respectively. The Second World War ended with the defeat of Germany in Europe and Japan in Asia. Among the many events that took place in the world after the Second World War was the beginning of the Cold War. Now, children, the worst thing which happened was this nuclear attack. Yes, the nuclear weapon which was used on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It turned out to be very destructive. The power of these nuclear weapons, we have already learned, is so vast and so destructive that it can destroy the whole human life as well as the animals, and the man-made things also were destroyed. You can see how everything is turned into ashes. Yes, all debris. That means nothing was left. Now it is said that even now, because of this nuclear attack which happened, even now there are birth defects in the people, those who are born in these places in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So you can imagine how powerful or how destructive it can be to use these nuclear weapons. Yes, both the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki were totally destroyed, children. They were burnt into ashes. Okay, so this was what happened in the Second World War when the use of nuclear weapon was done. So after everything happened, Germany was defeated and Japan also was defeated, and then slowly the Second World War came to an end. But even though World War came to an end, it gave rise to something else which is known as the Cold War. Among the many events that took place in the war after the Second World War was the beginning of the Cold War. 1945 to 1991 is the long period of the Cold War. Now, children, as the Second World War came to an end, the second thing which happened was the beginning of the Cold War. Now, this Cold War began in the year 1945 when the Second World War ended, and it continued till the year 1991. Okay, so see, so long the Cold War was going on. Let us take stock of a few changes in this period. Now, what exactly is Cold War? Now, children, for example, a short example, if you see, suppose in the house only we can see there are parents, we have clashes between in the house, mummy and daddy sometimes go with a fight. So when they keep on fighting loudly and they have burst out into a fight, they have verbal arguments, etc. So it becomes like a war. But sometimes what happens is they both remain quiet. They have to fight or they have some issues, but they remain quiet. They don't talk to each other, but these issues are there. Okay, so anytime within a span of a spark, they can just start fighting. So this period when both the people are quiet and just the problems are also there inside is known as Cold War. Okay, this is just an example for you all. Let's see what exactly Cold War is in the textbook. America and the Soviet Union, who were allies in the Second World War, became competitors as soon as the war got over. Okay, now America and Soviet Union became competitors. Now both of them wanted to achieve the you can say the power and might, so both became the competitors after the Second World War. the cooperation between them gave way to rivalry. This rivalry occupied a period of 40 to 45 years. Now, as we saw that this Cold War lasted for almost 40 to 45 years, and this rivalry has occupied a period of 40 to 45 years of international politics. There was no open war between these two countries, but there were such tensions in their relations that it seemed that a war would erupt any time. As I told you, even though there was no war, but the situation was such that any time that war could happen, or they could result into or break out into a war. The concept of Cold War is used to describe the condition where there is no actual war, but there are such tensions in the circumstances that they may be responsible to cause a war. Now, if you see, when you see, you will find that there is nothing, everything is calm and quiet, but within you know that there are many issues which are going on which may result into war any time. Now, children, at present, in the recent times, we saw that India was facing so many problems with countries like China, Nepal, etc. So there was nothing like, we did not start having a war or a fight with them, but there were some disputes which were going on. So this period of just small things which are going on, issues which are there, which don't result into a war, but we were all ready when things were not happening or things were not working with China. We all were ready, or we knew that something could happen and they would result into a war, but by the grace of God nothing as such happened. So you can say that this period or this exact moment which does not result into a war, that time the Cold War is going on. Okay, in this period America was already a superpower, but the Soviet Union also tried to become a superpower by making nuclear weapons and by increasing its military might. Now, see, all were gearing up, or they were preparing themselves so that they can be more powerful than the other. So, America also and the Soviet Union also started what you call making their military strong, or they tried to make up their military very powerful so that they become the supreme power. Okay, now in this situation, what was happening is the struggle for power, arm race, difference in ideologies, attitude of checkmating each other by strategies and counter strategies gave rise to Cold War. Now, children, as we play chess, you all know we always make moves so that we can block the other player, or we can checkmate the other player so that all the moves are just, and the front person loses the game. So same way here also, there were strategies which were made by both the parties, the United States as well as the Soviet Union. Okay, now this resulted into the Cold War. Now, what were the effects of the Cold War? First thing, the first effect which we see, that there were creation of military powers. Okay, during the Cold War, both the superpowers created military organizations. The respective supreme powers took up the responsibility of the security of the countries joining the military organization led by them. Now, two organizations. First is the NATO, or the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, was a military organization under the dominions of America, while the Warsaw Pact was a military organization under the command of the Soviet Union. Now, children, these two, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization and the Warsaw Pact, were the two organizations, the military organizations, and the responsibility of the security of the countries joining any one of these were taken up by them. Okay, so they were giving the security to the countries who were joining them. Yes, full-fledged security, the responsibility was taken by them. So any country who wanted to join can join either of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization or the Warsaw Pact. Okay, now North Atlantic Treaty Organization was under the dominions of America, while the Warsaw Pact was under the military organization under the command of Soviet Union. Okay, so now these two different organizations. I hope you all are understanding. Next, the bipolarization of the world. Before we move to bipolarization, children, in this above picture you can see the Iron Curtain also. So that is nothing to do with our syllabus, so we are not discussing it, so you just neglect that part. Okay, so moving to bipolarization of the world, children. During the Cold War, most countries of the world joined either of the two supreme power blocs. Such a division of the nation of the world in two groups is bipolarization. Now, as we saw that the two military organizations were there and many nations joined either of the organizations. So, the division of such nations into two groups is known as bipolarization. The scope of the Cold War increased due to this. The spheres of tension spread. Now, as things like this were happening, so you can see that Cold War was going on increasing, or it was going on spreading to other countries also, and the spheres of tension started increasing. Now, the next thing, the effect of Cold War was the arms race. Now, what is arms race, children? The supreme power started producing arms on a large scale to outsmart each other. There started a rivalry to make more and more destructive weapons and to acquire the technology required for the same. But soon both the superpowers realized that the arms race may endanger international peace. Hence, efforts towards arms controls and disarmament also happened during this period. Now, children, arms race means there was a race between both the powers to establish their power in terms of having best of ammunitions or best of arms, the best weapons which could be used in wars. But then later on they realized that such thing is endangering the international peace, or it is going to disturb the international peace, because such things cause a sense of insecurity in the people, in the normal people, and hence they were controlled. Their efforts were made to control these arms, and disarmament means not to use any weapons. So these things happened during that period, and slowly these arms were brought under control. Next, children, is the creation of regional organization. Developing nations created regional organization at the regional level in order to ensure mutual cooperation in the context of the superpower rivalry. They felt that economic development was more important. European countries came together and formed the European Economic Community, while the Southeast Asia came together and formed the Southeast Asian countries, that is Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, etc. established the Association of Southeast Asian Nation, that is ASEAN. Okay, now regional organizations started coming up because they felt that economic development is more important than these rivalries which were going on. So they started coming up with organizations such as the European countries came up with the organization named European Economic Community, while as the Southeast Asian countries like Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia and Philippines, etc., came up with organization as Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Okay children, I think for now we can stop because the lesson is very lengthy. We'll be dividing it into 3 parts. So one more part will be uploaded in the next week. So as we complete this lesson, I'll be giving all the notes for the previous lesson, whatever is remaining. Go through the video, and still if you feel that you are not clear with anything, you can join the DCS session to clear your doubts. Okay children, thank you. Have a nice day.